Oh, they are out. Okay. Well, hold on then. We can listen to the Stormwind music for this. Okay. It does appear that the warrior talents are in. All right. Buckle up, team. Buckle up. We're going to be taking a look at these. Let's see. Here's Shockwave. You actually can get it on warrior talents alone. Oh, wow. But okay, you actually can take Shockwave, guys. Okay, but I don't know if it's worth it. You have to give up, like, Spear for it, and you have to give up 200 weapon specialization for it, probably. So this is, like, this is definitely in the prot tree. Oh my god, but it's so good. When Shockwave strikes at least 3 targets, its cooldown is reduced by 15 seconds. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so you have to spec into these stances, by the way. They're all TBD work in progress, though. So, Battle Stance gives you a balanced combat state that increases the critical strike chance of your abilities by 3% and reduces the effectiveness of movement impairing effects by 15%. So that's pretty different than it was before. Interesting. Need a good sturdy drink of that Legion recharge right now, man. Okay. So D-Stance is kind of what it was before, where it decreases the damage that you take by 20% and all damage you deal by 10%, which is not that big of a deal, I guess. So here's Zerker Stance. An aggressive combat state that increases the damage of auto attacks by 5% and reduces the effectiveness of Fear, Sap, and Incaps by 15%. Interesting. You know, Fast Forward is just straight up movement speed increase. You have Rallying Cry. You either have Intervene or a Second Wind. Restore 6%. This is not Mop Second Wind though. This is like, this is good old, you know, current Second Wind where restores 6% health every 1 second when you have not taken damage for 5 seconds. So that's probably an Intervene situation right there. Definitely want Zerker Rage. So like, do you want all these stances? For arms, probably not. I think the movement speed reduction and crit is better than auto attack. They still have a 3-second cooldown. Probably just, let's just pretend you take all of them, right? You take Rally, you take Intervene, you take Berserker Rage. Leech? That could be kind of interesting. You definitely want Heroic Leap. What is this? Berserker Shout. This doesn't seem like it's right here. Berserker Rage and Berserker Shout being the exact same thing? Probably not how it's supposed to be. I don't think. Zerk Stance is guaranteed? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. We want Spell Reflect. Inspiring Presence, maybe. You can take double time just off the tree? Where's Stormbolt? Ooh, interesting. This is Fury right now, by the way. I mean, yeah, we'll take movement speed and double time. I mean, I don't know how much this we're going to be able to do. So here's Stormbolt or Titanic Throw. So you can have double time and Stormbolt. That's pretty sick. The cooldown of Pummel, Shield Slam, Ore Power, and Bloodthirst are reduced by 1.5. What's the baseline? 15? And it goes down to 1.5? Okay. You can take Massacre or Rend or Pain and Gain. When you take any damage, you heal for 4.5% of your maximum health once every 10 seconds, basically, or Rend. Or Massacre. Okay, interesting. Let's just take Massacre for now, but you can take Rend. This is, by the way, we're going kind of down more like the arms tree right now. Maybe we should focus more on like the Fury side of things. Furious Blows, damage of Bloodthirst, Shield Slam, and Whirlwind in normal slam. So Bloodthirst increased by 10%. Interesting. Oh, so you could do Impending Victory or Piercing Howl. Interesting. You definitely want Fear. Maybe you don't really need War Machine. You don't really need Thunderclap. So these are a lot of like... Oh, wow. So this comes from the Venthyr. The first enemy you damage in combat becomes your adversary, that thing. And then you have 10% more Leech, if you wanted more Leech. I feel like Piercing Howl is kind of insane, but I'm not sure what you'd end up using. Anyway, so you have Shattering Throw or Bounding Stride, huh? Oh, it's a 45-second cooldown? Wait, what? Holy crap. I wonder if that's what it's supposed to be. Maximum rage is increased by 30. Interesting. Your abilities that cost rage have a 20% chance to refund 20% of the rage spent. That's okay. Dragon or Thunderous Roar. Oh, I guess it roar explosive in a 16-yard frontal cone, causing a bunch of damage and causing enemies to bleed afterwards. And Thunderous Aftershocks. Thunderous Roar knocks enemies down and causes 2 aftershocks that deal damage, and each aftershock generates 2 additional rage. I wonder how long it knocks people down for. That's kind of interesting. Does arms... So arms like CC... So where's Enraged Regen? Because you have to come back down here for like Die by the Sword or something. That's kind of cool. I'll have to try that ability out. So you could go all the way over here for Shockwave. Or no? You can't? I need more points spent total. Okay. So I was being a little too stingy. Maybe we go for like Massacre and Die by the Sword? Oh my gosh, you could like you could get 2-hander specialization with Fury as well. Yeah, it's in Fury Tree somewhere over here. Yeah, there it is. So you could have Die by the Sword and Enraged Regen? Wow. Kyrian Spear, which, ooh, either gives you Legion Might or more damage on it. Wait, Prot gets... Wait, what is... Or you could take Avatar with Tormented Kings? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how many of these you're going to be able to take. You could definitely take Shockwave, though, right? And then you could get... Could you get Shockwave and... No, you can't get Shockwave and Avatar. You can pick, like, one of these, I think. That's by design, I'm sure. Maybe you could get, like, Shockwave and Spear? Or Shockwave and Avatar? Or Shockwave and the Knockdown, but not the... Or Shockwave and Thunderous Roar. Interesting. So it's not... You can't get, like... Because if you take any points out, it immediately deletes your whole thing. That's going to be tricky to choose between some of those, I feel. So yeah, you have to take, like, Stamina or Haste. So this is damage while dual-wielding, damage while using 2-handers, and then there's a Leech with 1-handers right there. Yeah, so it's like you could take Shockwave. Yeah, it's going to be some tough decisions, but Spear plus Shockwave seems kind of fun. You could do Avatar and Spear, Avatar and Shockwave, but you're not gonna be able to go like way down into like what makes them like really good, right? You could pick like one of those, it looks like, unless I didn't do this. No, I think that's how it is. Jeez. So you could take 2 things but not empower them. Interesting. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool so far. But yeah, I feel like those are some really cool choices, but tough decisions. Yeah. I'm glad to have you here, Codes. You guys want to look at Fury first? Should we just dive in? So Bloodthirst, Raging Blow, Enraged Regen. Execute now generates rage. You definitely want Enrage. You definitely want 2 charges of Raging Blow. The cooldown of Pummel reduced again. Would be good. It gives you Root Interruption, too. Successfully interrupting an enemy increases the damage you deal. Remember that from Kata? It's like a glyph. Ooh, Enraged Regen lasts longer and instantly heals for 20%. That's pretty cool. Sudden Death, you want that. War Paint, you want that. Bloodthirst, maybe. Your auto attacks have no penalty to hit from dual wielding. So they mentioned that they were looking at Fury being like a really like auto attack focused kind of thing. We'll see how much we want to do that. Yeah, we want to become Enraged. Frenzy would be fine. We definitely need Wreck. So now we got to spend some more points in this tree. So Improved Whirlwind. Yeah, I mean, I guess that helps you with your cleave. What's over here? Let's see. Single-minded Fury, Frenzied Flurry. Increases auto attack damage with one-hit weapons by 10% and your auto attack critical strikes at a 15% chance to enrage you. Interesting, okay. So that'd be good with a lot of crit. Here's Cold Steel Hot Blood, which would be excellent. If you're going more for like the two-hander tree, I mean, I guess you could like bypass everything, but I kind of think you want to go down here, right? And get Raging Blow and get two-handed Thingo. But then you need more points. Oh, well, that's a pretty natural path, right? Cold Steel Hot Blood. You just don't need to go in all this other stuff. Bloodthirst. I don't know how much damage you're really looking to get out of Bloodthirst. Oh, probably Cruelty. While enraged, Raging Blow deals more damage. Yeah, probably focusing on Raging Blow is better. So then you have some choices. Crit chance by 4%. Yeah, that's pretty good. Or haste, which is good. I guess you need to look down here what happens. Siegebreaker or Ravager. Increases Siegebreaker's damage by 30% and increases duration by 3 seconds. That's pretty good. Hack and Slash has the chance to refund. What's this? Anger Management or Reckless Abandon? Okay. Anger Management's really fun. Oh, but here's Odin's Fury too. Oh, man. Oh, man. Odin's Fury. You have to take Odin's Fury, right? The bleed damage for Odin's Fury, Thunderous Roar, and Gushing Wound increased. I mean, that's pretty insane. Oh, this is nuts. Your auto. This is a Diablo thing right here. Flat verse for PP. Yeah, probably. Your auto attacks a 15% chance to hurl weapons at your target and 3 other enemies in front of you. That's from Diablo. Or Annihilator. Your auto attacks with one-hit weapons deal additional damage. Okay, you're not really interested in that. Yeah, you probably want the verse. Can you only get one thing, though? So you could take, like, haste to get there instead of crit, and then you could grab one of these instead. Hold on a second. So what if you went haste? So you could grab Odin's Fury and Anger Management. Or Reckless Abandon. And that would seem pretty good. You are getting big damage off Odin's Fury, which is fun. These are pretty good, but nothing insane. I do think Siegebreaker's pretty good. So that Siegebreaker's another really good idea, but you have a lot of good choices. What's the Odin's Fury is a 45-second cooldown? Yeah, you go like Anger Management and you prop wreck every Odin's Fury or something like that. Or you go Reckless and pop it every other. It's pretty cool. That's true. Yeah, you're gonna have more points, right? That's also very true. So I guess at 60 you have to make these choices. But maybe later on you're gonna get. Do you get more warrior points and more spec points? You go full Kyrian Spear and get 25% more crit DPS on Spear with Odin's Fury. Yeah, that'd be insane. Show Wreck. It's the same thing as it is currently. That's pretty cool. Probably 5 more points each. 5 each is massive. Yeah, 5 each is massive. That means that you get to take like Elysian Might. You get to go like take, you know, Avatar as well. And maybe even you get to pick like 3 massive talents. And in here you get to probably pick like 3 massive talents. That's huge. That's crazy. So good. All right. Well, we'll let that be our Fury spec for now. Die by the Sword and Enraged Regen with Spear, Shockwave, Odin's Fury, Anger Management with as Fury, and then you can pick other stuff too. That's pretty crazy, man. Let's check out arms. Gotta check out arms. Gonna need more keybinds again? Yup. Yeah, I don't know if Shockwave's gonna be the pick, but like, I love Shockwave. Shockwave is so insane. Holy crap. Okay, so yeah, so for arms you do baseline, get battle stance. So maybe as Fury you don't pick it, but I think you do. Okay, so we've been through this already. So I think what I'm gonna do is focus on just the arm side of things real quick. And take a look. So Mortal Strike, Overpower, Slam and Whirlwind? I don't know. Tactician, yeah. Execute. Yeah. Mortal Strike has a 50% chance to instantly reset its own cooldown. That's cool. Yeah, heal for 30% of the damage dealt by deep wounds. So they do want this to be an arms thing. Or power increases the damage of Mortal Strike, yeah. Sudden death, yeah. Cooldown of Pummel, yeah. Colossus Smash, yup. Let's see. Extra crit damage, maybe. I'll think about it. In for the kill or Test of Might. So Test of Might is very cool, but it's just not that good for PvP, so that'd be Colossus Smash. Mortal Strike damage is fine by me. We don't really need Cleave. Stacking Execute damage is kind of appetizing, but Anger Management, oh my god. You get Anger Management, like, essentially baseline? Holy crap. Okay. So this is... So you have Kyrian Spear and Condemn. Very interesting. Colossus Smash is 1.5 minute cooldown. That's a pretty long cooldown. Probably because you're anger managing it, I guess. That does seem like a really long cooldown though, doesn't it? Yeah. Interesting. That's a good catch. Interesting. So we'll do sweeping strikes. I think we probably play Tactician is great. Execute is really nice. Sweeping strikes last longer or collateral damage. Yeah, I don't know about that. Your periodic bleed effects have a chance to grant 5 rage. So you're definitely playing Rend with this, right? Seems like a lot of must takes. Yeah, yeah. It probably will be. So you have Impale. Skull Splitter, nah. Or power damage? Yeah, probably. Deadly Calm is sometimes cool. You definitely need to increase the damage of all that. So Thunderous Roar is something that you could take as arms too for even more bleeds. Dreadnought is really good. Let's see, what are we looking at down here? Okay, yeah, here are some big heavy hitters. So Warbreaker makes Colossus Smash a 45. This is a 45-second cooldown now. Once again, those might not be accurate. Hey, bleed arms? I don't know. I think it's kind of cool, but yeah, it is like a lot of bleeds. So this Mastery, your aura power has a 40% chance to reset the cooldown of Mortal Strike and reduce the rage cost. I like that a lot. I like that effect. Mortal Strike abilities against enemies. This is insane, by the way. Look at this. Above 30% health have a very high chance to apply Fatality. When an enemy falls below 30% health, your next execute inflicts an additional 900 or whatever physical damage per stack. That's crazy. You get Colossus and Warbreaker, they're separate. Really? Yeah, so... Yeah. So when you're just like running around Mortal Striking people, it stacks up, and then as soon as they drop below, you know, or execute range, just... They get like a wad executed, just clank, you know? That's very cool. But, we're a little tight on points right now, so you're going to need those points that come in from the other thingies, right? So, you're going to want this side of things, but then you also are going to have to go for Bladestorm, right? We need that. And you have Unhinged from Talents if you wanted it. So here's Swords or Axe spec versus Mace spec. So Swords and Axes... your critical damage is increased by 20%, and Execute has a 10% increased crit chance, which is stacking with Impale, by the way. 40% increased crit damage? Sheesh. There's a proc of Mortal Strike on Mortal Strike. Yeah, it's the one that, it was up here somewhere, right? Where it has a chance to reset its own cooldown, something like that, right? This thing? Yeah. So you get Bladestorm, and you either can have that, which is like massive crit damage, or while using two-handed maces or polearms, the damage and duration of Colossus Smash is increased by 30%, which is kind of a lot. So you get your choice between like doing like heavy crits or long Colossus Smash. You get the Merciless Bone Grinder as a choice for PvE, I guess, or you get Unhinged, right, where it casts Mortal Strikes during your Bladestorm, and then you come over here. And you can get Skull Banner. It's a 3-minute cooldown currently. but it increases the critical strike damage by 20% for party members within 20 yards of the banner last 10 seconds. So you could get like 60% increased crit damage. Oh my god. That's nasty. And then you have the Warbreaker, and then you have Exploiter, which makes people take more Mortal Strike damage from your executes. I feel like Fatality is insane, and I feel like Unhinged is probably really good. But you don't have enough points for like everything. I'd have to go and like adjust the tree a little bit to min-max it for level 60. But yeah. So you have the Mortal Strike has a 50% chance to instantly reset its own cooldown, and you could go Battle Lord to have it reset its own cooldown there. What's the leftmost skill? Fatality. That's the new one. So Mortal Strikes at 30% health or above targets will put a stack of Fatality on them, or has a high chance to put Fatality on them, which means that your next execute, like when they drop below 30% health, will be massive. Massive. Bladestorm plays is kind of weird. It's a big skill. Yeah, it is kind of weird to like think about playing arms without Bladestorm, but you're gonna get it. You're gonna have more points, so you're gonna be able to make like 2 good choices here, I feel like. This takes, you know, 2, 1, you know, 4 points right there. So then you're gonna have like 3 more, right? So you take like 1, 2, 3, something like that. No Bladestorm on Fury, that's true. That's true. That's true. No, Arms is gonna be like big bleeds. Arms is gonna be interesting. I feel like there's gonna be like a lot of theory crafting and testing of different builds going on for a while. And probably a lot of different builds that are like okay, if I had to guess, right? I feel like the instant cooldown reset on MS not gonna be anywhere near significant as like a double proc. Yeah, it won't be. No, Bladestorm. It looks like it's a arms only thing. Yeah. Odin's Fury is pretty cool though. Crit damage has an interesting math behind it. Yeah. It's gonna be big damn. I'm gonna need Bladestorm when you got Spear and Odin's Fury. Oh, you're not gonna need it? Yeah, you have huge damage with that. Will I check Prot Tree? I could. Are you interested in Prot Tree? I could. These are very interesting. I feel like Arms is gonna have to do like mess with this a lot. Because how many points can you take out? So yeah, it's just awkward to like take 1 point of increased orb power, but not get access to all that stuff down there. Interesting. I feel like you want damage of deep wounds and stuff too, don't you? Like, I think 15% is kind of a lot on like bleeds and stuff. It's because so much damage is gonna be coming from bleeds. And you're gonna be going like way down here to grab Rend, like 100%. But okay, I'll FUD with this later on. Looks very interesting. But yeah, we could look at prot if you guys want to. I'm not a big prot guy, but we could show you what's going on. So it shows Avatar, but Avatar is part of the baseline build too, right? Like you get... No, it's not. No, it is. It is right there. So why is it talking about Avatar? Anyway, you get Ignore Pain baseline. I feel like you can't really take Sweeping Strikes or the middle tree at all. Yeah, we'll see. I remember what you guys reminded me of this. You're gonna have like 11 more points and like maybe 31 points in the Warrior and or 30 points in like your spec. So I don't have all the points that you're gonna have. We did look at Fury, yeah. We did. What I'll do is, as soon as we're done, looking at these, I'll post it on YouTube for you. You can check it out. By the way, hey YouTube, thanks for watching. So we got Revenge, Demoralizing Shout, Devastate, Last Stand. These are all kind of like important things. I don't really know like super what's important to prop, but we'll just click and go as we go, right? Just take a look. Block, Revenge, AoE Taunt, Devastator, Parry Chance. Oh, they have Bloodborne too. And it has a chance to give you Rage. Interesting. It also has Fueled by Violence. So Arms and Prot both have this like extra bleed damage and Rage thing. Or, and then like a Deep Wounds heal. Interesting. No Glad Stance yet. Well, we'll keep looking. We'll keep looking. Let's see. Oh, wow. So this makes it an interrupt, too. A taunt interrupt. Let's see. I like that one. That's a fun one. The one that makes your Thunderclap reduce the cooldown of Demo Shout. Shield Slam or Haste. Yeah, I'll take Shield Slam. Shield Wall, definitely. Anger Management's always good. Let's see. Shield Slam reduces Shield Wall cooldown. That's a fun one. Block lasts longer. Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, Block Thorns damage is always cool. Let's see. Probably put that on there. Probably do this one. Punishment. Let's see. What do you have to choose from here? Shield Charge. Charges to an enemy with your shield, dealing damage. That's cool. And stuns the target. That's insane. Shield Charge is really cool. Shield Charge in PoE is fun. I think they kind of killed Rend. It costs too much rage. Doesn't last that long. Doesn't add crit damage. Where is Rend anyway? Costs 30 rage. Yeah, this is back to like old Rend right here. But you still might need it for arms. Maybe not. We'll see. Shield Charge grants you shield block for until canceled. Revenge generates 300 rage. Wait, what? 300? How do you do that? Outburst. Consuming 30 rage grants a stack of Seeing Red, which transforms at one stack, probably not one, into Outburst, causing your next Shield Slam or Thunderclap to be 20% more effective in Grant Ignore Pain. That's pretty cool. Indomitable. Or Never Surrender. Oh, that's a fun one. The heal when you spend rage is kind of cool. Spell block. You're able to block spells cast against you for, I would imagine that's 4 seconds. 14 seconds seems a little insane. So when your health is brought below 35%, you take 100% less damage for until canceled, and healing you receive is increased 100%. What? This cannot occur more than once every 6 seconds. So it's kind of like a cheat death, right? Kind of. And then you can take Ravager for an offensive battle prop paladin if you wanted to. That's kind of cool. And this probably includes healing yourself too, right? And then so you can probably take Shield Charge as well if you get enough, or Ravager if you get enough points. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that prot's big boy. That's big boy. That's cool. Not giving you crit damage, kind of whack, yeah. But I mean, did you see how many sources of crit damage Arms has? You can have to put the 60% extra crit damage with Skull Banner. Kind of insane. You get Impale, you get Sword and Axe spec, and then you can get Skull Banner, so extra 80% crit damage. It'd be wild. And Spear, right? Does this make you do more crit? Yeah, you could have like 105% extra crit damage. Insane! Ren can crit, yeah. No, your bleeds are gonna be ticking hard. And remember there's that talent in Arms where you got like rage? It was this one, basically. Your periodic bleed effects have a chance to grant you 5 rage, so you have like Rend and Deep Wounds just feeding you rage. Be kind of insane. And healing you. So, yeah, Arms is gonna be pretty wild. I think all the warrior talent trees look insane. There's an immense amount of theory crafting to do on here. I still kind of want to queue Shadowlands arenas. But, yeah, well, we're going to need to test this stuff out. We're going to need to try a lot of different builds and see, like, what feels good. Because, like, I feel like Arms and, like, Fury having Die by the Sword and Enraged Regen, I mean, that's a pretty powerful, like, defensive combo, isn't there? I'll look at PvP talents. I doubt there's new ones, though. I doubt there are. I'll have a look, though. But yeah, that's crazy. What do the stances do? Let me show you. They're a little different. So Battle Stance gives you crit chance and movement speed. Or sorry, like movement speed impairing effects are suppressed, basically. That reduces the effectiveness of them. D-Stance is just what D-Stance was. It's 20% damage reduced that you take, and then 10% damage reduced that you deal, which is better than it currently is for PvP, at least. And then Zerker Stance is auto attack damage is increased, and then the effectiveness of Fear, Sap, and Incap effects, which is odd because like you have Zerker Rage, but I guess when you don't have Zerker Rage, having those be less is still good. Double Time and Stormbolt, yes, they're right next to each other. Like, hey, you get both of those, by the way. You can also get Impending Victory if you wanted to. You could have all 3 of those talents. But yeah, look, you get Die by the Sword and Enraged Regen as Fury. You can take Shockwave and Spear, and then eventually when you get more points, you can take Avatar. You can take like Tormented Kings with Avatar. You could take Dragon Roar with like the Thunderous Roar thing. I mean, the warrior talent trees are actually nuts. They're really good. I think there's a lot to be tested with these, and I think that when you have all your talents, it's going to be even crazier. Right, so like if you wanted to, you could have Spear, Avatar, Shockwave, Odin's Fury, with Anger Management and Siegebreaker. Like, while having double time, Stormbolt, Enraged Regen, and Parry, and you still have Slaughterhouse as Fury. So you still, and you have a Mortal Strike. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could take Odin's Fury and Thunderous Roar, and you'd have Odin's Fury bleed and Thunderous Roar bleed. Any 3-point nodes? I don't think so. I think I've only seen only 2-point nodes for Fury or for Warrior. Shockwave and Stormbolt and Double Time. Yeah, those are crazy, crazy good. Kelly Gorm, thank you so much, man. Big flex for that Prime. What I want to do is I want to go ahead. Stance dancing is not back. No, you just use the stances for the benefit. You don't have to like, as far as I can tell, you don't have to like be in a stance to use a certain ability, which is fine. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get this quick talent overview on YouTube for the homies, and we are definitely gonna be continuing to test out these talents. We can talk about what we want to do. I definitely want to try these out, but I also want to do some Shadowlands Arena. But yeah, I would say at first glance, warrior talents are absolutely insane. You have to make some pretty tough choices between some really, really good stuff, but the builds that you can come up with, especially when you have the max level talent points, are out of this world. Absolutely nutty. Arms is going to be like huge bleeds, self heals with those bleeds, stacking up to like massive pressure with Execute, and Mortal Strike resetting itself to just like keep, like, you're gonna have so much steady pressure, like compounded by chunks of burst, which is nuts. If Colossus Smash and Warbringer aren't the same thing, that's also pretty crazy. Fury is like a defensive powerhouse, but even just like with regen and parry, and then all the utility that you get just from the warrior tree combined with like the cool stuff that Fury has, pretty insane. I think Fury is a bit more straightforward than Arms in terms of the way that you would talent it out. But I think I would add Siegebreaker to this eventually. But yeah, the fact that Odin's Fury is a thing is nuts. And then Prolix's good too. But yeah, this is crazy. Really insanely good talent trees for warriors. Lots of builds to try out. And we're going to have fun with this on the alpha, man. We're going to have fun. Good job, warrior talent creators. They knocked it out of the park. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we should set that up at some point. So this is AoE? Do you think this is AoE Berserker Shout for your homies? It's pretty good. Yeah, I guess that's a better way to interpret that. Hold on. Yeah, that might be what it is, which is an AoE fear immunity. I think you're on a Horde, Rio. But yeah, that's pretty cool. If that's what that is, that makes more sense than just being like, what is this? It just didn't really... It didn't say, like, grants you and your party members. But that does make more sense. It's on a minute cooldown, though. That's kind of nuts. Yeah, warriors are looking insane, I'd say, don't you think? Yeah. Wish Thunderclap spread deep wounds. Maybe it does, though. Blood and Thunder. Increase the damage of Thunderclap by 10%, and whenever you Thunderclap a target affected with your Rend, you also affect 5 nearby targets with Rend. Did you miss that? Maybe I didn't read that, because I may have skipped over the prot stuff a little bit too much. Sorry about that. But no, it's there. Yeah. It's pretty crazy, huh? Do you have to spec for Thunderclap? Yeah. You can use Thunderclap as anybody, yeah. Yeah. All right. That is insane. Yeah, those look really good. But yeah, so you could play Blood and Thunder as arms, or Fury, if you wanted to. This is base, like the base warrior talent is like tree is nuts. It's actually insane. So you don't have the bonus benefit of like getting rage generated from bleeds though as Fury. Yeah. Why do you say that, Adric? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you're still gonna be probably spending most of your rage on Rampage. No, this is definitely insane, no. Yeah, being able to spread rend is crazy. You have to take a different talent path for that, though. Like, that would be a power that would unlock in, like, in exchange for something down here. But, I mean, it only costs you 2 points. So, yeah. I don't think Fury has Bladestorm, no. Was there a talent to use Slam as Fury? Yeah, I just don't think you do. I don't know why you would. I don't know why you would ever use Slam over saving it for Rampage. When Rampage does more damage and enrages you and stuff. I don't think you're using Slam as Fury still. That's crazy though. Yeah, you could definitely spread Thunderclap. Oh, sorry, you need 3 more points to do that. You could though. Garrett, thanks for the 13 months, man. Big flex for you. I mean, it might be really good to do that though. Yeah. Easier to build in WoW. Do you have talent points? Okay. I just wanted to log in. Can you give me the link to the Wowhead one? Let me permit you. D stands for Fury Arms is done? Nah. Here you go. What are you doing? Alpha PvP? I don't know. Arms still gets... Yeah, Rallying Cry is right there in the baseline warrior thing. Yeah. You guys are pretty nuts up with all 30 talent points? Yeah. I think you get more than 30, right? Cool, thank you. Wait, no, you don't. Sorry, I'm dumb. All right, yeah, well, we can look at that some more. Let me pull that up real quick. Let me see. Use Odin's Fury. Is that on my bar yet? Looks pretty cool. But since you can get Avatar and Wreck, your Signet has 2 abilities activated. Okay. That's true. Sam. All right. Let's see. Do you guys want to build this out? Let me futz with this real quick. Let's futz with this. Try to move it so you guys can see everything. There we go. Try arms bleed build? Sure. That's gonna be... I mean, you're gonna want a lot of this stuff. You probably don't need Zerker Stance's arms, though. Pro Intervene. Reflect. Leap. I mean, I feel like the Leech might be kind of sick. You can't get it unless you take Zerker Stance, though. So it's like 2 points for 5% Leech. Probably not worth. You get Impending Victory and Double Time and Stormbolt. It's crazy. That's tough. Piercing Howl is excellent, but Impending Victory does kind of keep you alive, doesn't it? Auto attacks generate 50% more rage is kind of sick, too. Definitely going to want Stormbolt. So, did you want to see what happens if you try to make the, Oh. Yeah, do you want to see what happens if you try to do the Rend thing with Thunderclap? See how much that takes? Oh, so you have to do more points anyway. So you could take Massacre too, I guess. You get to take that or Dauntless Duelist. I feel like I'd rather have Massacre. Auto attacks generate rage is pretty good though too, that I feel. Oh, and maybe Inspiring Presence. Or I mean, if Berserker Shout gets your whole team out of CC, that's kind of insane, isn't it? Yeah. Is Thunder playable? What do you mean? What are we missing here? Bloodthirst Slant, Maybe just Inspiring Presence? You have to put so many points there to get all that stuff, though. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, so... Maybe, I don't know. I feel like you do kind of want Shattering Throw, though, don't you? You could take Frothing Berserker as an arms warrior. Shattering Throw or Bounding Stride, both of those are really good. I feel like you kind of might want that. That might be kind of good. Probably better than the rally thing. It just takes a lot of points to get there, and this one's not that good. I really am not very excited about Slam and Shield Slam. And you don't use Shatter all the time, but Bounding Stride would be sick. I feel like Bounding Stride might be a little bit too good to not take. And then if you're going to go that route, you may also just want to grab the extra rage stuff. And this does unlock it for you, so that's kind of cool. You have some really, like, cool choices. Shatter isn't worth it. You usually have Purges. Yeah, but you can't purge an Ice Block or a Pally's Bubble. And it's only a 45-second cooldown. But anyway, I'm going for Bounding Stride here anyway. Let's see. So you could do the Dragon Roar thing. But I think I'm more interested in the Shockwave thing. Even though that's not really arms, right? I mean, the Spear is so nuts, though. And the two-handed damage is kind of nuts, too. I have 8 points to spend here. I mean, like, let's say that we're gonna go Shockwave. So this is 20% health instantly and removes all diseases, poisons, curse, and bleeds effect. That's interesting. It's kind of crazy. Am I done with Diablo Immortal? No, I don't think so. Well, by the time you shatter Ice Block, they blink or south already. Right, sure. I mean, I think Shattering Throw is good, but I'm not talenting for it right now. Yeah, Bitter Immunity is good. I think I want Spear and Avatar though. Do I have the points for that? I could do 3 points, and then I only have 1 more actually. It's kind of rough. So maybe you don't get Avatar. I mean, you could do the like big control build, right? You could play like Elysian Might and Shockwave for big warrior control. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You might killing yourself with UA if you use that, huh? But yeah, Elysian, like Spear plus Shockwave seems kind of insane. You're not always gonna get this triple Shockwave thing for the cooldown of it though, so I don't know. And Shockwave only stuns people for 2 seconds, but it's still kind of good. Maybe? Still kind of sick. Anyway, that's like spreading bleed build, by the way. So if you don't go the spreading the bleed build, then you're gonna save yourself 3 points. And you can allocate your points differently up here. That's cool though. And then, I mean, like you could make Slam hit pretty hard. I don't know. I mean, maybe if you did decide to spend a bunch of points on Slam, you could. You could do that. Tactician. Improved Execute. Get this Mortal Strike thing. Pummel, cooldown reduction, sudden death. Overpower, increasing your damage. Definitely want this healed by your deep wounds thing. That's pretty cool. Critical strike damage is good. Sweeping strikes. I think sweeping strikes is still pretty good. Now you can take tactician or condemn basically. I think condemn is pretty sick. Here's where the bleeds give you rage. I don't think I want any of those. Gotta take C-Smash. Gotta take in for the kill. Mortal Strike damage increase. That's not going to be 1 and 2%. I think it's like 10 and 20%. Anger Management is insane. I don't want Juggernaut, really. I don't really want it that bad. I probably want something else over here. Maybe, like, Deadly Calm is kind of cool. I don't know if I love it, though. I might just take Overpower damage, but generally, like, those kind of cooldowns are fun. But we'll just take Overpower damage. Dreadnought. Bleeds last longer. We got to go down here, too. We got to get the longer-lasting bleeds or Battle Lord. Longer-lasting bleeds are kind of nuts. Battle Lord is also pretty sick. I feel like that makes your rotation feel so smooth. Take all of that. Take both of them. Just spend these points all kind of crazy. Then you only have 2 more points to spend. So you actually have to, like, not take one of these. Maybe, like, you don't take the bleed duration. Then that way you can get Bladestorm. Or Warbreaker. That's tricky, man. That's tricky. Fatality won't be picked. When he uses talents need to be picked to get there? Yeah. I like Battle Lord. Battle Lord with Tactician, I mean, and Exhilarating Blows. That all feels good. You don't think you can pick or skip Sword Spec? Yeah, it's true. Fatality's sick. But yeah, it's tough, man. There's so many, like, tough choices to be made. Do you get 1 more point at 70? No, you don't. Banner Weapon Mastery is better. Big crits, yeah. Yeah. You have some tough choices to make, man. You do have big crits with Elysian Might, though, right? So you can still kind of get the crit damage. And Banner is a 3-minute cooldown versus this being, you know, what, a 1-minute cooldown? But it's only for you rather than your whole team. But yeah, that's pretty crazy, though. Maybe you take that later on when people have more crit. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. And yeah, Warbreaker, this does replace Colossus Smash, by the way. It says it right there. It does replace Colossus Smash. Yeah. I feel like Warbreaker on a 45-second cooldown means that Colossus Smash won't be on a 1.5-minute cooldown. Right? Can't you save some points? Yeah, I think Sweeping Strikes is sick, though. And I think that the periodic bleed effect is sick, too, but maybe not. I think the other problem is you might not be able to get down there unless you spend enough points. Sweeping Strikes is kind of insane. Maybe you don't need sweeping if you're gonna take this blood thing. No, Glad Stance is not a thing currently. I guess you can just take the points out and then you're still fine. Maybe the expectation is that you go. I mean, you can take Sweeping Strikes, but that's it. And then you can take, like, you know, either if you wanted to take the Sword Spec, you could, and then you could take one other thing like Unhinged or something like that. Warbreaker would be kind of sick, but it takes 3 points to get there. And I don't think you're gonna have 3 points. Unless there's something else I could spec out of up here. Like you don't take Sweeping Strikes. I really want Anger Management. Maybe you don't. I mean, Seismic's kind of good, though. Seismic just makes Overpower deal that much more damage. Yeah, you can't. You have to put, like, 1 more point in. So it's either, like, you take Bloodborne or Sweeping Strikes. Or Dreadnought. Right? Or you can take 1 point out of Mortal Strike or something like that. Berserker shot might be... Yeah, it might be. Yeah, that's insane, huh? It's pretty nuts. You'd think that maybe rally's not that important. Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Just take that out and then just take, you know, give yourself another point to work with? Maybe, dude. It's just that I think at this point, it's like, where are you going to put that single point? But yeah, no, you might be right about that one. Yeah. Maybe so, maybe so. Could be some kind of hybrid thing. These trees are pretty nuts, huh? They're pretty cool. Definitely like them. All right. We're going to fire that video up. You guys can go show that some love if you want to. The 20% heal is good? Yeah, it is. It is. You're saying if you had to spend a point there instead of here? Yeah, you could like take a 1 point wonder right there. Yeah, true. Very true. You have some really cool choices. It's tricky though. Like, I think Fatality sounds so sick for Arena. Like, stacking up some kind of huge execute the entire arena sounds really pretty scary to have on the enemy team, right? I mean, honestly, like, the crit damage is pretty good, but the Colossus Smash is pretty good, too. I just don't know how much crit you're going to have. And, like, early in the expansion, you might not have very much crit. So you might not want to do that. You might just want to go for, like, longer Colossus Smash, so when you get disarmed on every single Colossus Smash, at least it lasts a little longer. Yeah, double time, Stormbolt, and Impending Victory. That's insane. And you get Bounding Stride, too. It's crazy. There's just a lot of really tough decisions they have to make, though, right? I mean, you could take either, like, longer bleed duration, which would be excellent for Warrior, just for that much more bleed pressure. Or you could take Unhinged to make your Bladestorm pop that much harder. But yeah, it is a little bit weird not being able to, like, take Warbreaker and Skull Banner if you wanted it. But I think that Fatality sounds insane. But you could just very easily not take this stuff and just put it into Warbreaker instead, right? I just think Fatality sounds awesome. And I really want Bladestorm too. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, bleed build. Big AoE, single target pressure. Yeah. Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Very cool. I do kind of want to go play some more Shadowlands Arena. But this has been, like, this looks excellent to me. Yeah. Yeah, they did a really, really good job, like, integrating some cool stuff. Wait, what's this one again? Fracture? Oh my, I didn't even notice this at first. When Skull Splitter damages an opponent, it causes your deep wounds and rend effects to expire 200% faster, so, like, they tick really fast. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Lose fast footwork point? So you'd probably go through Rallying Cry? Yeah. No, you're probably right, yeah. Yeah. AoE the whole team? Yeah. You should remove Thunderclap thing? Yeah, you could. This was just testing out if you want to do, like, the AoE bleed thing, but I bet if you took that out, then you could go Avatar and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense to me. Because you can get to Avatar through Die by the Sword. You still need to spend some points in here somewhere, though. So it could be, like, Rend. I mean, you could. Wait, no. Wait, at what point can you do it? Okay, so as soon as you spend Rend... Oh. Can I unspec this? Or whatever. As soon as you grab Rend, you can do this. I mean, you could just do more damage, too. Who knows? That might even be worth it. It's tough, though, because you can't... It takes so many points to get both of these, right? You have to click, like, two pointers. But you could get Avatar, though. Yeah. Yeah, you can use Ren, Die by the Sword as Fury. That's pretty crazy, huh? It's pretty nuts. Yeah, this looks really good. I'm gonna continue to, like, tinker with this and, like, play some some more alpha. I'm gonna let that sink in a little bit. Are you guys cool if we go play some more Shadowlands Arena? I want to play more Arena. No, this looks insane though. I'm very happy with this. These are super cool. And definitely, like Rio's saying, there's already like some really interesting builds that you can do. And like little combos like this, like Skull Splitter, like you don't usually play that. But if it then makes all your bleeds tick that much faster, like if you have the entire team dotted up because you've like Bladestormed them, and then you've like Thunderclapped all your Rens on everybody, and then you Skull Splitter somebody, and then all of a sudden all your bleeds tick super fast, like that's like a 2 talent point thing that like is almost like build defining, right? Yeah. You could do some really cool stuff. Yeah. And that's like 2 talent points just in like the middle of the tree somewhere. Yeah. Kind of crazy. Yeah. Welcome back, Juicy. Yeah, I want to do some more Arena. Makes it hard to perform in Arena? I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, it's just like some cool options. And you can just do like a single target build. If you wanted to. You could like make your Slam and Whirlwind do an insane damage too, right? It costs 50% more rage as a 10-second cooldown, but deals 20% more damage. Like, if you decided to, like, buff it up with, like, you know, Bone Grinder and these other points that make it slam your target, and then Slam and Whirlwind deal more damage, Slam and Whirlwind deal more damage, you can do, like, a one-shot Whirlwind build if you wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff. That is amazing.